Everyone go get some rest. Crew, dismissed.
Novaria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Yeah, sure.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Is this report accurate, Commander? You found Rachni on Novaria?
We did.
Found them and wiped them out. Do you take pleasure from committing genocide, Shepard?
Sometimes.
Depends on the species. Turian.
Commander, you are addressing a member of the Council. You will show the proper respect.
That was just a joke,
I have a
bastard.
mission to complete.
The mission must always come first. Just be aware that your actions can have far-reaching consequences.
I am
We'll be
aware.
waiting for your next report, Commander.
I am quite well aware of that, but you know, that don't really see why you're bitchy about me about Arachne. Now, let me say it like this. If I had freed them, they'd be bitching a lot more, wouldn't they? They were like, oh no, oh Commander, how could you? We're gonna have a re-emergence of the Arachne. We're gonna have the Arachne Wars all over
Why am I
again.
glad to be off of Novaria? I don't know which was worse, the cold or the corporations.
Well, good
One will
questions.
freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander.
Good point.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Yeah, see ya too. Joker. Well, I guess this is gonna be it then for the moment. I'm getting hungry.
Yes, Commander?
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
And we also still need to go to Ferras. Was that Ferras? Yes. So much stuff to do. Actually, this is a good opportunity. I can let my oven heat a bit while I cook
Yes,
my tea.
Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye,
Already.
Commander.
I just wanted to see if you have anything to say to me.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
The best of your mother lives on in you.
That is kind of you to say. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
I'd like to know
We
more
were
about...
although
I
we
don't
seek
think
to
that,
understand other species.
Like what?
We still require a partner to reproduce.
I don't understand.
We then pass these.
What happens to your partner?
Others can be more
Anything
long term.
We've
Do you
been
know
through
the
this
She rarely
already.
spoke of her partner. Though
I thought you always knew.
It is
Yeah,
possible
we've been-
Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too.
Maybe she wanted to meet.
Many Asari raised their children alone, particularly.
Do you know why, but
But I will remember and honor how she lived.
are you going to be
You are
okay?
kind to ask, Shepard. I do miss her, and I grieve for what happened to her. But I will not let my grief interfere with.
Maybe
what
we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your...
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
What do we expect? We only live like, 100 years and you live for them. You'd be high-strung too if your life is that short. Well, I do all of that in a few years. But yes, are like, yeah, I want to finish reading that book. Let's not plan to do that in the next month. How about we plan to do that somewhere in the next 2 decades or something? Yeah, sounds reasonable. Just let me, put my oven to preheating. Kitty! Can't see it. No. We can let it bring it and I can. Well, you know, we're a bit
We
short-lived.
don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
Well, that's
That is
light.
true.
That is a
At
lot.
first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may
Yeah, it makes us
actually be
being
an
very,
advantage.
very active.
You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but
Yeah, we just
also
like to, you
an
know,
intimidating one.
100 chests and go like, "Rrr, gonna do this." We like that. We like to be Germany.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want.
Somewhat, yeah.
It is up to people
We
like
also do
you
that
to
about
change
that,
their minds,
you know.
Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to
Mm-hmm.
become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of
Oh
what
shit,
humanity has to
humanity is
offer.
doomed.
I looked into your history. I know what happened on Akuz. The fact that you survived shows a remarkable strength.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
Yeah, we're crew, you know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you. To understand what made you into the man you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Are you sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
Well,
I
hard to tell.
admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial
Nice, I
interest.
got myself an
But it
alien.
has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard. But I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Chief Williams.
No, not
Williams
really.
and I are just friends. Nothing
You
more.
know?
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was
Well,
I
I
wrong
mean,
about that too?
just going by the model, you do look a bit more interesting than the well, Williams model. I'll give you that. Also, you are part of, at least, you know, my crew for quite a long time. And I think until now I actually lied. No, I never played a female one. Not on my own, at least. My girlfriend at the time played one, but that is not irrelevant. You know, I actually went for a good old Ashley quite a few times already. I don't think actually, apart from one time. The first one, yeah, sure, I did this once. You know what, I think that's actually something new.
You were right. There is something.
We are
between
gonna go
us.
for that alien now.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too.
Shit,
But does
is
this
this
not
now
seem
my
rather
debut as
strange?
Euphoria or something?
Why do I feel so close to you?
Because I'm awesome.
We have only known each other a short time. We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no sense.
Well, you know,
These
did
things
it,
never make sense. They just happen, and we get swept up in the storm.
Yeah, that's actually
You
quite
make
often
it
noticed.
sound so chaotic, so dangerous.
You know that you love it.
I'll keep you safe.
I am not looking for a protector. This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. You. I need some time.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Well, that went, well.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
I just wanted to talk.
Of course, Shepard. Goodbye, Shepard.
There really is not much I can talk about you. No. See, that's a good way to spend the time you often takes to preheat. If you ask me. Oh, anything new?
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last
Killing
thing?
Saren's, was Benezi anyway. Second in command, advisor? Anyway, I'm sure Dr. Tassoni's hurting though. Poor kid. Having to kill her own mom.
Any opinion on the Rachni?
Off the record, if we had the option, I'd as soon have left it to the council. We weren't out here during the Rachni War. I'm not sure we have any business getting involved.
Just trying to get a sense of where the
Well,
crew's
they
at.
know about the stonewalling you've had from the council.
And what do they think?
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle.
Well, at least my
on
crew is a
it.
bar,
My head
you
stops
know.
hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
Can't you read through to L3s?
Ever thought about going back under the knife? Maybe get an upgrade?
No thanks, Commander. One slip and you can't remember your own name.
You're
The
burned.
L2s spike higher anyway. My abilities would drop with pain-free L3s. That'd be a cold day before I turn myself over to a Canadic subsidiary.
Got a story there, Olenko?
You know the records about the biotic training out on Jump Zero? They're all classified because the Alliance made mistakes.
Yeah, I believe that any day of the
After
week.
first contact, Canadix was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Canadix could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Is there some reason we couldn't
They
learn
didn't know
enough?
where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link bio. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
The only experts would have to be
Dead
aliens.
on. Turians, actually. That's why they were afraid of
Oh,
what people
shit.
back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the
Yes, but the
Turians.
company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
Get your knuckles rapped a few times, Lieutenant?
Yeah, you could say that. Our instructor was a Turian by the name of a real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
You're a hell of a biotic, though. You must have done
Well, I got
something.
to where I am because I took initiative. Good or bad, I own that. Pretty much. Anyway, this is ain't. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it. I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander.
We'll talk another time.
Yeah. I will admit that's sometimes how it goes, you know. Literally nobody had any idea how to get started, so I guess I had to do something. Now that would not end well, as I believe. Yeah, it doesn't take a genius to figure that out. Really doesn't. Really fucking doesn't. And I think at this point in time my oven should probably be preheated. Range, I shall throw stuff in there and hope that it actually gets warm in a reasonable time frame. And we're gonna use that time frame to run around here and be like,
Something I can do for you, Commander.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
So give me a second when I do it. We've got around 15 minutes. I need to go.
Good to see you smiling again.
So to speak. Indeed.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting... But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problem.
I should go.
See you later.
Well, you have nothing else to say for me. It's kind of sad. It's always nice that I can actually, actually talk to people.
Looking for supplies?
Yes.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Spectre, Master Gear, cost. You are not going to want to afford that at all. Not if you can help it.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with C-Sec a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
Oh, disturbing?
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly.
Okay.
We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
Well, welcome.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the psychos.
Obviously.
I remember this one Elcor diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. Had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver.
Well, strange.
After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So we went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage.
Okay.
It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set.
Nice. 4 testicles.
Somebody's making a killing out there.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Good thinking. Blackies are always easier to scare.
Exactly. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics... That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test
So he's
tubes.
basically growing stuff in there.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed... By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway.
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but C-Sec headquarters countermanded
Oh,
my...
shit.
They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs, but they wouldn't listen.
No wonder you hated it there. Those idiots just let him fly away.
Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did.
I can
All they had
understand
to
that,
do
yeah.
was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
A
Yeah.
few casualties is a small price to pay to stop someone like that.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those hostages might be wishing they died by now anyway. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find some. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
You'll give
I'll
that
check
to
out the
me.
coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there.
Yeah, I will take you with me.
Good to see you.
Gladly. Let us find that guy and, well, make sure things take a very nice turn for him.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with command.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Your sister, I assume?
Until I get home and kill her. That's Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? T'Soni?
Liara.
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
I don't see how my personal life is any
It's not.
improvement.
I just thought we were getting along pretty well, sir.
I think I gave you the wrong
No worries, sir. Probably for the best anyway. The regs frown on fraternization.
Indeed.
I won't keep you anymore. Have fun.
Well, have fun, believe me.
Commander?
What's your opinion on the
You
last
mean the Rachni, right?
Hmm?
They were dangerous, Commander. They proved that. You made the right... You know, you really should talk to T'Soni. Just saying, Commander.
Do you have a few minutes?
I'm sorry, Commander. I wouldn't mind talking more.
Dismissed, Chief.
Sir.
Good. Now then, let me look at you and see what you have. What can we do? Wait, no. Let's... like this. What was the people I actually plan to use? Yes, Garrus. Yes, Garrus. You are using a shield regenerator. Sorry, I can give you a modulator. Gives you more shields. Interesting, that only gives you the tech cooldown bonus. .6, that's actually still better. And you have a recoil dampener 3. The kinetic stabilizer is better. Then you have a physics ground 3. Yeah, come a murder. Right, minus heat absorption, combat scanner. Now, Rex, you're gonna get yourself a nice little new shotgun if we can arrange that. Like the Firestorm, for example. Or the Armageddon. 90% rounds. Tungsten round. Kinetic stabilizer. Combat scanner. Oh, so far so good. Then we can go for my very own equipment. I only need a good pistol, to put it mildly. Because, you know, cannot really use much more. Now I have my heatsink, which is heat absorption. still used it. That's nice too. We need that. Grenade launcher. 7. Yeah, make some burn stuff. Armor plating 3, which gives me damage protection. General, health penetration, touch resistance, smash damage, physical assault. That sounds pretty sweet. I got a few more points. Actually, since we had it, I could actually give myself a few nice equipments too. I mean, I'm not gonna use much of them, but you know, means that I look cool. Banshee, tornado. Striker. Banshee. Jesus. Yeah, a lot of good stuff around, aren't there? So far, so good. Kinda figured I forgot about that. Maybe the fact that they're not necessarily ordered by, you know, most usefulness. I mean, why the fuck would Velka ever use his pistol, you know, but I mean, he cannot have the best one equipped. Those scholar sheeps are kind of biting with you, don't they? Well, so to say, Rex. I mean, it does give me a lot more. It does look better. Wait, this is not better ordered, I don't really know. Gonna have to keep sick. Yeah, good. Now it can cool down a bit while I finish this up. Nope, nothing there. And nothing there. And with this, we have pretty much equipped everyone on a very nice and high level for the moment. We still have a few better things around, no question about that, but you know. Predator H. I'm pretty happy with the nice little mix you've got going there, game. Well then, that was that, and we have the fight of this alien. Okay, look, those two to finish, and feathers on our mind. Well, that's a reasonable amount of things to do for the next time, I would say. One side quest, I think before I play the next time, I'll actually take, you know, a trip back to the Citadel, run around, talk with everybody again, see if I can get more side quests. Then we continue on a little adventure. All old schooly. So, this, I shall bid you goodbye. Or bid you adieu. And goodbye. Yeah, don't try to combine those two words, they are not really fitting. And, yeah. I shall be back very soonish with a bit more than here because it is Saturday. But first, you know, first eating, then continuing. And, yeah. And we shall see. Until then, have a good one, and bye bye, I guess.